All right. Good afternoon, good evening, and soon to be good night. Jim Hobbs coming at you from the Duck, doing a Gospel Ranger World broadcast. And before we get started tonight, I'm going to be adding this to our new YouTube channel. We could really use your help. So if you could go ahead and give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Make sure you subscribe so you know when we're going to be coming to you live. Got plenty of things in the works coming to you. So it's very important that you want to know when these events are going to take place. Tonight, I want to talk about love and how powerful love really is. And tonight I'm going to relate it to an actual team that's playing for the World Series tonight here in Washington, D.C., and that's the Washington Nationals. Happens to be my team. But more importantly than that, I just want to kind of go over some of the things, some of the behind the scenes stories, just to show you how powerful it is in building people up, living in the moment, and loving those around you and giving your all. And together, when you bring that type of chemistry, magic happens. And I know magic is a bad word in some circles, but there really is something magical, supernatural that takes place when you bring a group of people together and it's knitted with love and they realize what love truly is. It's not about the wins and the losses. It's about knowing who you are and celebrating that collective love and watching that love manifest itself into what you're seeing tonight being played out on the World Series, on the big stage. The Nationals back in May were literally 10 games under 500. Statistically, Vegas gives them a 3% chance of even making the playoffs. So I want to first of all talk about the first giant that this team faced. 97% of the times, teams that had their record at that stage of the season did not make the playoffs. The playoffs, just making the playoffs. That means that whether you're a division winner or a wild card team, you do not make the playoffs, which is what professional teams are supposed to do. Their goal is to make the playoffs and represent their team. Well, the beauty about this is the skipper or the coach, the manager of the Nationals, he never lost sight of this team, and he never wavered from the players that he had before him. This team never lost the love they have for each one that's in that dugout. And you can see what's happened from the Baby Shark lead-up song for one of the players to the team embracing that love and who they really were, regardless of what the odds were saying about them. So they then went on a winning percentage streak like no other team has, and they worked their way all the way back. So they were literally playing for a chance for the wild card position. And in the 7th or 8th inning of that wild card game, it's a winner take all. You win, you advance, you lose, you go home. They literally won that game. And then they went on to play the National League's team of teams, the giant, the team that won 106 games during the regular seasons, the Los Angeles Dodgers, who were built to bring a World Series home to Los Angeles. So this team went up against this National League giant and former champion for the National League, and they actually won the series. With their backs against the wall, they won the final 2 games to advance to the National League Championship and played the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals is always built for the postseason, which means as soon as the regular season is over, they're ready to play playoff baseball and to win. Well, not this year. This group of collective individuals who love one another and believe in one another, who play each game as the only game that they're playing. They're not worrying about tomorrow. They've forgotten about their past record. Their motto is to go out and go 1-0 today. To go 1-0 today. Forgetting about tomorrow, forgetting about the past and not worrying about tomorrow. That's exactly what Jesus told us to do. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will have problems on its own. Stay in the now, stay in the moment. And so tonight, you're just not going to see a game between the Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros. You're going to see a team that played each game for that day for which it was. And they woke up the next morning and played the next game for which it was. And their goal was to go 1-0 for that day. Well, they go through and beat the St. Louis Cardinals 4 straight games. So now they have won the last 6 games in a row, playing the best teams that the National League team has to offer. And then the Houston Astros, a team that is very talented, probably on paper the best team in baseball, and was the best baseball team this season during the regular season. They won 107 games, and Las Vegas made them a heavy favorite to defeat the Washington Nationals. And rightfully so. On paper, it looks like the Houston Astros is literally going to just walk right over the Washington Nationals. But what the odds makers don't account for is the heart and how powerful love is. When you see a star pitcher being hugged on from players, to seeing the player celebrate each day for what it is and for each achievement for what it is, and then you throw in a kid song, is a recipe for watching love manifest into something greater than us as individuals. And so they went to Houston Astros with a huge odds, against huge odds. They were the biggest underdog since I think 1999. For over 20 years, there's no team that's been more of an underdog than the Washington Nationals, even though they had the highest winning percentage after the All-Star break. Didn't matter. They were being judged by their entire record, included the first part of the season when they were 10 games under 500. So again, you're seeing it's not how you start, but how you finish. But more important than that, it's the little things that count. It's the little things that we do each day, waking up and say we're going to go 1-0 today. And then waking up the next morning, even if we didn't make it or didn't go 1-0 yesterday, not keeping a record of wrongs, or in this case, not keeping a record of losses. So tonight, if you're one of the ones that are going to turn on the TV and watch the World Series Game 3 that's being played for the first time in the nation's capital, right here in Washington, D.C. at Nationals Park, you're going to see a team that's going to come out, and their goal today is to play and to win and to become 1-0. They're not going to care what they did yesterday or the day before yesterday or what they did in the early part of the season. Their vision is to go out and to do what they came to do today when they woke up, and that's to go 1-0 and to love and support and encourage each player that's on that team. So tonight, when you turn on that TV and you see the Washington Nationals being introduced, I want you to think about what I've shared, and then I want you to kind of reflect back on how you can implement what this team has implemented over an entire season into your life. And then just maybe one day or one morning, tomorrow morning, hopefully, I encourage you to wake up and go, today I'm going to become 1-0. and you're not gonna remember the failures that you've had in the past, even though that failure was just yesterday. There's gonna be no condemnation. You're gonna wake up, love those that are around you, encourage those around you, and you're gonna go 1-0 for today. So hope this message encouraged you. And I just want to wish a happy birthday to a young man. Last name is Soto. He's number 22. He plays for the Washington Nationals. And this young man is going to turn 21 today. So happy birthday, brother. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you play tonight on your birthday. And we will be celebrating with you and for you. And in the meantime, go Nats! Love you guys.